questions for you. How many people in this crowd have seen Molly?
Although Madonna claims she was referring to a friend's song while on stage at the Ultra Music Festival in Miami last year, many speculate that the pop icon was actually referring to a different Molly, that being the ostensibly pure form of the club drug ecstasy that drug enforcement officials say is behind a recent spate of concert deaths. Joining me now to explain is Wall Street Journal reporter Zusha Elinson, and he's making his debut on the News Hub. Thanks for being there, Zusha.
Thanks for having me.
So, explain exactly what Molly is. My understanding is MDMA.
That's right. So everyone's talking about Molly these days. You know, pop singers are singing about it. You have the New York Times writing about it, pretty much every publication. Now, what it started out as, interestingly, was it was marketed as a pure form of ecstasy, the popular club drug. And why that was is because back in the late 90s, people began to be a little concerned about the purity of ecstasy. So the drug dealers came up with this new form called Molly, which was supposed to be pure MDMA. The problem is what we're finding out from drug law enforcement officials, medical examiners, and a number of reports, is that now with the popularity, a lot of different things are being sold under the name Molly. And so people buying Molly may be getting some rather unsafe drugs.
Okay, and one of the things I understand with this is that we had some deaths back at New York's Electric Zoo Festival. Medical examiner from New York saying one of the two deaths that was caused by a chemical other than ecstasy, and it might have been in the drug, right?
That's absolutely right. What we're seeing from a variety of studies and from medical examiners' reports like the one you're talking about is that dealers are mixing in bath salts. This is another illicit substance that's similar to ecstasy but induces a lot of paranoia and hallucinations and is not very well studied. People don't know the effects that well. So people are taking what they think is ecstasy or pure ecstasy, and they're ending up getting bath salts, which can have potentially dangerous effects.
Now, I understand that this has become, among some groups, more socially acceptable to use than cocaine, say, and certainly it sounds cheaper. Why is that? Why is it more socially acceptable?
Well, I think why Molly has become really popular is that the electronic dance music scene has gone from sort of warehouses in the late 90s to real mainstream right now, where you have huge arenas being sold out. Everyone knows these very popular DJs, and along with that, people have begun to realize that there's this drug that goes along with these festivals called Molly, and it's pretty mainstream now.
It's pretty mainstream, and it's also pretty acceptable. Now, government officials aren't very happy with this, are they? You got politicians saying, look, we need to really crack down on this.
That's right. You have Senator Chuck Schumer and a number of others who want to crack down on these sort of synthetic drugs. It's a whole list of drugs that are made in labs, are known as designer drugs, and they're pushing some legislation that would ban a bunch of these synthetic drugs that they think are behind these recent overdose deaths.
Okay, thank you very much. Zusha Elinson of the Wall Street Journal making his debut on the News Hub. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.